We're about 5 minutes in, so I think we will go ahead and get started. We may have a couple of people join us, but we want to be respectful of your time also. And so welcome. I can't believe this is our last lunchtime meeting this year, and I'm so glad that we could at least come together, if not in person, through Zoom. We don't have too many housekeeping items as we are coming to the end of the year, and not being in person, I don't have to tell any of you where the bathroom is or anything like that. So I think we'll just kind of move quickly through our agenda. And we're going to start with Abby. She has got our new members to introduce. Abby?
Hello, everyone. Just want to take this opportunity and thank Tiffany for an amazing year. I know it was a struggle, but I appreciate everything you did. And I also want to introduce some new members. These are October and November new members. We'll start with Bryn Murdoch, who you will meet later. She's the development director at Ogden-Weber Technical College, and she's an Ogden native but with a deep love for our community. She's excited to be part of Women in Business, to work together with passionate and incredible leaders as we support each other to better our organizations and the Ogden-Weber area. So everyone, welcome Bryn. In addition to Bryn, we have Cassidy Black, who is with Utah Behavioral Services. Nick Kruger. Nick, are you on? I'm not sure if I saw her on, but she is a recent transplant to Ogden and has loved belonging to a business organization of all women in the past. And the group allowed her to focus on doing what she does best. And she knew that she could count on everyone else to fill in those other bases like finance, web design, insurance. And she loves the synergy of everyone learning from each other and promoting each other in the process. Next, we have Sydney Johnson, who is a staff accountant at Pinnacle Accountancy Group of Utah. And she joined Women in Business because she wanted to network with other women in business. Since she works with all men, she thought having some feminist business input to her career development would not hurt. And last but not least, we have Mandy Schill. I hope I said that last name right. She's the Events and Donor Engagement Manager at United Way of Northern Utah. And she is excited to be a part of Women in Business, of a larger community and philanthropic and professional women in her area. So welcome to all of our new members.
Awesome. Thank you, Abby, and thank you and welcome, ladies. All of those intros are on our social media pages. So if you missed something or want to just clarify who was what, please jump on there, read through those. It's great to have that little window into the reasons that our members join Women in Business, and also just that little bit about who they are. We love that. Heidi, I'm going to have you go ahead and introduce our nonprofit this month.
Perfect. Thank you. So our nonprofit is actually Bryn that just got introduced, and Marta. Thank you for being here. They're from the Ogden-Weber Tech College and the Custom Fit program, and they'll share a little bit more with us about that. So take it away, Bryn.
Awesome. I'm going to pull up my screen here. I should be way faster at this after all this practice, right? So as was said, my name is Bryn Murdoch, and I am the Development Director for Ogden-Weber Technical College, and I'm so excited to be a part of Women in Business. So OTech serves about 6,000 students each year in one of our 34 programs, and all of our students graduate debt-free because we don't do student loans. We do Pell Grants through financial aid, but our foundation really helps fill that gap. And so our mission is to support students by raising funds to invest in student success programs that promote technical training completion and job placement with a family sustaining wage. And so this is everything from scholarships to sometimes students complete a program but don't have that $200 to get their licensing. And so that inhibits them from being able to enter the workforce. So we help with the licensing fees. We support our Student Success Center and just all other student success initiatives. And we just know at the foundation and at the college that education has the ability to change lives, not only for our students, but for their families. And in turn, that creates a prosperous community. And that's what the foundation is about. I just want to read these two little thank you letters from two of our students who received scholarships this year. Bianca shared, lately my parents have been struggling financially, so I started working a part-time job. I thought I was going to have to drop out of the cosmetology program until I could save money for tuition. When I saw I'd been awarded a scholarship, I told my mom and we both began to cry. My family and I are so thankful for the help you have given us. And Caleb shared, I work 2 jobs and live with my grandparents who are on a fixed income. My mother passed away just about a year ago. I struggled to make ends meet, and so this scholarship will help me so much. And that's what the foundation is all about, investing in student success and partnering with like-hearted individuals in our community to change lives. And so that's a little bit about the foundation, and I will turn the time over to Marta.
Thank you, everybody. Hello, my name is Martha Sain, for those that maybe don't know me. I have been working with custom fit training development and economic success with the college for about 3 years, and I've been with the college for 5 years. So Brent just talked about the business development and all the support that the foundation does for our students. Along with our foundation, the custom fit and training workforce is a great program for companies. Sometimes we forget that it's not just the students, it's not just high school students. All of you can benefit from custom fit training. So basically our goal is to provide you with funding for any type of training your company is investing with. To yourself, if you are a sole proprietor or self-employee, or to the company itself. And the goal is to help develop the workforce, keep your employees retained, keep your employees engaged with the company, and help them grow. And that sustainable idea is to keep the economy growing in Utah. As you can see in the slide, we provide the funding through Utah. There is 10 regions. My region basically covers the WIB County companies, and we can give you up to 50% this year in funding. And with that, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you a video so you can understand better what we do. Go ahead, Brent.
Is it pulled up?
Welcome to Custom Fit.
It's not pulling up.
Pause. And
Got it.
there we go.
Glad you're checking us out. We think you'll both be surprised and excited with what you discover. To start with, I'd like to ask you a question. Do you spend any money on training? At Custom Fit, we have a rather expansive definition of the word training. By training, we mean employee training, which could be teaching employees about specialized equipment, safety, or processes they work with in a class or boardroom setting. Professional or industry conferences held locally or across the country. Continuing education for licensing. Do you spend any money on certification or professional designation training? Perhaps professional development seminars. Or maybe online classes, from full online courses to simple 1-hour webinars. Computer skills training, from Microsoft Word to complex 3D modeling software. Or taking courses at the Ogden-Weber Technical College. So do you spend any money on any of these? If so, I have a follow-up question. How would you like to save up to 40% of the cost of that training? We can do that. We're Custom Fit, the coolest state program you've likely never heard of. Now, you may be thinking, yeah, right. What's the catch? Well, that's a good question, and it's an even better look. But we want you to know that there really is no catch. Custom Fit has been a state program for over 30 years. It's designed to help the state economy by ensuring the Utah workforce is highly trained and therefore highly skilled. Well, come to think of it, there may be a couple of catches. You have to either own or work at a for-profit company with a location in Weber County. But that's really it. Not much of a catch. We can create highly customized training that is specific to your business, or we can help you participate in popular prepackaged training. At Custom Fit, we associate with a large selection of highly effective training providers. But if you have worked with a particular trainer that you're very fond of, then we'd be happy to consider them. And even though we are a state entity, we try to keep the paperwork to a minimum and streamline our processes. We hope this has piqued your interest in custom fit training. To find out more, please talk to one of our custom fit specialists or check out our website at www.otech.edu and select the business resources link. Custom Fit, bringing business, industry, and education together.
Okay, well, I will just pull up our contact information. Oh, sorry. And that's a little bit about the foundation and about Custom Fit. Marta and I's information's up there if you have any questions, but thank you so much for letting us share a little bit about ourselves today with you. Marta, I don't know if you have anything.
Well, thanks again, everybody, for giving us the opportunity to participate. Like the video said, just feel free to participate and get a hold of us. Something I didn't clarify, if you are a nonprofit organization, you are still welcome to utilize our trainings. We do set up continuing education trainings all the time, so feel free to utilize us. Even though you can maybe not benefit from the funding, you can still take advantage of the skills trainings we set up. Thanks again.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Marta. What a great service to our community. I think you saw in the chats that some people had no idea some of those services that were available and the change that it makes for families and your students as well. I know Women in Business has been a longtime supporter of OWATC, and we've loved that partnership and loved working together. So thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, I do want to recognize our 2020 Women in Business Executive Board. Our ladies are nothing short of amazing, and I have no idea where we would even be right now if it wasn't for them and their ideas and innovation. Our chair-elect, Emily Oyler with Weber School Foundation. Our Women Empowered Chair this year, Mandy Hillman with Simple Arts. Cindy Wheelock with Ogden City. Sarah Muir and Abby Monroe with Cole Foundation. Holly Dance with Holly Dance Mentoring. Carrie Lindsay, Snow Basin Resort. Heidi Benson, Childs Richard CPA. Mary Roberts, Acuity Business and Tax Advisors. Tammy Donahue, Kimberly Clark. Lauren Argo, the Argo House. Our Athena, Kimberly Green with America First Credit Union. And of course, our chamber liaison, Josefa Wolliver. Each and every one of these ladies has just gone above and beyond and found ways to think outside of the box to keep things moving and going and working out what we can for engagement and development. So appreciate each and every one of them. As I look back at this year, it truly is just amazing to me. Amazing that some of us are still surviving. It feels that way very much. Amazed at some of the people that we've also lost along the way. We faced, of course, our current pandemic, the hurricane winds, fires, earthquakes, racial injustice, political agendas, historic election. We lost one of our own Ogden police force this year, Nathan Lyday, a founding member of the Ogden-Weber Chamber Women in Management, Adele Smith, Supreme Court Justice, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and Eddie Van Halen, just to name a few. It's been a year for sure. Looking back at January, we had this incredible opportunity to come together and celebrate our Athena. And we were able to enjoy a meal in a restaurant, with 9 other people at our table. We didn't have masks on, and we hugged and we laughed and we took pictures. And I think the best part is that we didn't think there was anything unusual or irresponsible about coming together in that way. Little did we know what we were going to be facing. Our committee picked a theme for this year, change, as you well know, and we love and we will blame Heidi Flitton for that theme, as it became the overwhelming theme for the entire world. We changed the way that we worked. We changed the way we learned, the way we educate. We changed the way we dine and shop. We've changed the way that we network and connected. We changed our focus and we faced our fears. One of mine being not remembering how to calculate the circumference of a parallelogram, which, by the way, you can Google anything. So did find that answer. And we could talk about that. We could talk about all of the ways that our lives have changed, but I also think that each of you are fully aware of those changes and the impact that those changes have had on you and your families, your businesses, and possibly more. And no two of us have been fully impacted in the same way. And no two of us will fully recover in the same way either. It truly is a matter of perspective. I was maybe 6 or 7 years old, and it was hot, it was summer, the entire neighborhood was outside playing, and we all just really knew we needed a treat. And I knew that we had a gallon of vanilla ice cream in the freezer, brand new gallon. And I knew that is definitely what we all needed. And so I asked my mom if we could each have a scoop. And she thought about it for a second and said yes. And then asked me to take the gallon of ice cream and a whole bunch of spoons out to the patio. And I said, well, okay, it was the best day ever. So the neighborhood kids, my siblings, myself, we all devoured that entire gallon of ice cream with our spoons in hand. And I know you're thinking, so not COVID appropriate or approved, but this was back in the 80s and we drank out of the hose and everyone lived and it was absolutely fine. So super fun. It was actually years and years later that I realized what happened that day. I believed I just had the coolest mom on the entire block. The underlying fact is that I grew up with a mom dealing with multiple sclerosis, and she physically could not scoop the ice cream for all of those kids. My perspective about her being the coolest did not change, not a bit. My perspective about how to handle the situations that we are faced with did. She easily could have said no. She easily could have said, I can't. She said neither. She just found another way. And I think that is the overwhelming theme this year of finding another way. And I actually would like to see, in the comments, in the face of our daily changes, what are some of the creative ways that you have found to accomplish your end goal? Any thoughts on that? I'll give you just a minute. Some things that you maybe have learned from what you've needed to change. I think it's been a lot of learning. And how have you changed things? I think that I've heard a lot. It's okay to ask for help, for sure. I think we've all done things the same way we've always done it because it's the way they've always been done sometimes. And this year, probably more so, has allowed us to change what has always been done because it may not have been an option. Allowing yourself grace is huge. Collaborating with others, definitely. So many businesses have played such a big role and have been hit so hard. Love all these comments. This is amazing. Patience, patience with self and with others, definitely. I love it. No longer seeking for perfection. I think that is so, so important. It's so easy to not do something when you're trying so hard for it to look exactly like your vision, and things can be great and high quality even when they're not perfect. Perfect. I love all of these, and we'll keep going through those. You know, I've heard COVID being looked at as a few different things in a few different ways. For some, it's definitely been a nightmare. I've faced those days too, where I felt exactly like that. And for others, you know, it's an introvert's dream. You don't have to make excuses to not go out, not having to deal with people. You know, if you don't like your family, oh, sorry, COVID. Turns out we can't spend time together for the holidays maybe this year. Dang. You know, it is a real thing though, and everybody sees it a little bit differently. And I love all of the different ways that everyone is coping with the changes this year. Life balance, unity, the comments keep going. Absolutely. Learn to use technology better. That's been something I think we've all had to embrace, whether we were ready for it or not. Our Women in Business Committee is the largest committee in the Ogden-Weber Chamber. And understanding, you know, all of those changes and how hard they've been on you and how hard they've been on your business. We hope that you also know that our chamber and our members are an invaluable resource. I think that we've all seen firsthand in the comments, you know, grace for yourself and others, patience. We've seen how hard social isolation can be and has been on our community. Tempers are a little shorter, opinions come a little quicker, but reaching out to a friend or a mentor is necessary during these times, and I encourage it. So, you know, please reach out, talk to a friend, you know, ask for help as the comments have also included. And yes, absolutely. We've also seen the good too. That should not go unnoticed. There is so much kindness that has been shared in the, you know, in the eyes of strangers, and those need to be acknowledged, and to keep rolling with the punches as well. You know, we just have to keep going. And so we take what we got and we keep going. There are so many community resources though, as well. Resources that do offer meal assistance, that offer counseling, funding, family support, Christmas closets. And, you know, as we come through the end of the year and look at all of the things that have been challenges for everyone, you know, if you or if someone you know is in need of any of these resources, our chamber can help connect you, and our members can help connect you. And we want, you know, everyone to get the help that they may need, whether they want to ask for it or not. If they need it, we need to help them connect to get it. They say it takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes a village to support a village. And we are here for you, and we want you to know that. Thank you again to each of you, honestly, for being a member. You each play a part in making our committee who we are. And our committee is a powerhouse and a force of good in the Ogden community. I am so looking forward to next year for continued professional and personal growth. And, you know, for the Women Empowered event next fall, looking forward to that as well. And fingers crossed, you know, that I hope we get to see each other again very soon. You know, it's been a very different year, and I think every year has its challenges. I think every year has its ups and every year has its downs. And you just, you know, you take it in with perspective, and perception is reality. They say it's true. and I've shared that before on, networking and whatnot, but your perspective will change everything. So look for the good, ask for help when you need it, reach out to each and every one of us. I know that in our group, there are so many leaders that are amazing mentors and would love the opportunity to share some of that knowledge with any one of you. So utilize this opportunity. And next up, that's my message, but next up, I do want to turn it over to Emily Oyler. As our incoming chair, I am so excited for her and for our committee. Her upcoming year, she is exactly the right person to head us into 2021. And I consider myself lucky to have been part of the board and to continue to serve right alongside her next year. So Em, the time is yours.
Thank you, Tiff. It's funny, Tiffany and I didn't talk really at all about what we were going to say, but as she started talking about a pandemic and an earthquake and hurricane strength winds, that's all right at the beginning of what I was going to say. And I think that it just makes it really clear that we've all been through a really lot this year. And I think that we're all ready for a fresh new start. And what better time than now to refocus on what's important. We have learned so many things during this extreme uncertainty, and I'm confident that it will only elevate us and make us stronger. I want to share my screen really quickly and share this quote. Stacey Abrams so aptly encouraged us to remember this in the darkest moments when the work doesn't seem worth it and change seems out of reach. Out of our willingness to push through comes tremendous power. Use it. I think that is such an amazing thought. In my experience over the past several months, there have been so many times that I have wanted to throw in the towel and just give up. And I'm pretty sure that I'm not alone in that statement. But lucky for me and for each of us, we have this amazing network of women and men that help us push through even when it seems impossible. I'm so excited to be able to move past this year and share a few of my thoughts and hopes for what this next year will look like for this amazing, outstanding Women in Business Committee. I would like to look a little bit more closely at what once guided Martha Mertz as she conceived and founded Athena International. It is an insight centuries old from a very wise philosopher, Plato. He stated, "What is honored in a culture gets cultivated there." Martha Mertz was convinced that women could benefit from and make an impact in their own communities through embracing a leadership model that reflected the following. These are principles that we have all known and come to love. To live authentically, to learn constantly, advocate fiercely, act courageously, foster collaboration, build relationships, give back, and celebrate. As more women led in their communities, guided by the Athena Leadership Model, they were honored with the Athena Leadership Award. Each of the recipients of this award uniquely reflect attributes that have encouraged and embraced a different kind of leadership, one led by women and defined by these 8 principles that we have all come to know and love. As we meet here today over Zoom, that's kind of new for us as well. We recognize more than ever that our membership in Women in Business provides us with the perfect outlet to elevate not only ourselves, but those around us, which is of course foundational to the Athena model. Moving into this next year, I see an amazing opportunity to take what we have learned from 2020 through trial and error, adversity and resilience, love and kindness, and above all service, to become who we really are. If we continue to learn and understand our own values, continually work to develop ourselves, willingly embrace and encourage others, and be so courageous that we live out our convictions, we will surely succeed as women in leadership, and even more importantly, as members of the human race. We each bring something unique and authentic to the table, and by being ourselves, we create endless possibilities for what we are capable of accomplishing. I want to share now, one of my favorite movies is The Greatest Showman, and one of my favorite songs from The Greatest Showman is This Is Me. This is a remix of that song, and I think that it just does a great job of encouraging us to be who we are.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken hearts. You can put your mind to do whatever you want to do. Just tell yourself that you're capable too. But don't do things that ain't even cool. And get rid of them no good friends that's enabling you, making you feel like you won't be nothing, your life crumbling, they talk mumbling. You gonna be something. You are glorious. We're no games but warriors. We well known, notorious. They can't stop you or block you or mock you. They mad cause you bad and they not you. You fall down but get up and skip and hop through. Kick down doors for others to walk through. You have a purpose to make you say, did I do that? Urkel. Now we call it reality virtual. This is who I am. This is me. Don't let the words hurt you. When sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the flag, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching up to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apology. This is me. It's my spirit. Well, fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. Yeah, that's what we declare. Won't let them break me down, because I know that there's a place for us. Oh, yeah, with the sharpest words when I cut me down, I'm gonna stand who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look at, here I come. And I'm marching up to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. I'm alone. I never fit the mold. The word is so cold. Hold it down on my own. I'm just trying to reach up to the sky, see the moon. I got confidence because I'm the flies in the room. And I've been knocked down, but I always get up. I had some fake friends, had to go and switch up. Yeah, no pain, no strain. I ain't chasing on no pain. Cause I got more to gain and I'm just trying to make a change. I'm just doing me, I'm in my own lane. Failed down a few times, but I'm up again. Marching to another drum, see me cross, see me wrong. When they thought that I was done, no, here I come. I'm not weak, I get on my feet. No apologies, yeah, this is me. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a bird, gonna drown mine. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Okay, I don't think I'm muted anymore. I muted myself for a minute. Somebody was saying in the chat, are we singing along? And I was like, gosh, I'm about in tears. I'm having a hard time getting through the song to even sing it. But that is just really one of my favorite examples of being strong and being who you are and showing up. That song so profoundly resonates with me, as does the conviction I have seen in many of you. You have linked arms and worked together to find ways to push through these difficult times while remaining true to who you are. If we continue with that kind of force and momentum, 2021 will also be a year we won't forget, but for very different reasons. Elie Wiesel, oh, I'm going to show you his picture before I forget. Elie Wiesel was a professor, political activist, Nobel laureate, and a Holocaust survivor. It is my hope that we can each embrace what he taught when he said, whatever you do in life, remember, think higher and feel deeper. It cannot be bad if you do that. Let's all think higher and feel deeper as we move forward into our community as women in business leaders. I look forward to linking arms with each of you and not only pushing through this mess, but embracing the challenges of today as that will surely lead to a better tomorrow. When I joined Women in Business 4 years ago, I never imagined I would meet the amazing people who have now become some of my closest friends. They've helped me step out of my comfort zone and do hard things. I am very grateful for the opportunity that I've been given to serve as the Women in Business Chair next year. We will inevitably face many challenges, but we will do it together. We'll learn from each other. And most importantly, we will have so much fun. I would like to just leave one last thought with you. For one of my favorite women, Michelle Obama said, there's power in allowing yourself to be known and heard, in owning your unique story, in using your authentic voice. Thank you.
Wow, Emily, you are amazing, which is exactly the reason that you are exactly the perfect person to take us into next year. Standing ovations, it says in the comments. That song truly, like the mix of it was even better. And again, to all of our Women in Business members, you know, we truly cannot thank you enough. You are why we are who we are, and we're just blessed in many ways to be a part of this. So thank you all. Wishing you wonderful and safe holidays with your families, and you know, good vibes for businesses and for each of you. Emily, if you have anything else to close out, and thank you all.
I'm just super excited, and I feel like even though this year was hard, we had the perfect leader for it. Tiff, you're amazing, and each of you are, and we're lucky to be part of such a great committee.
Thank you, ladies. Enjoy the rest of your day.